Hey guys, today's something a little bit different too. So this is not necessarily a supplement review, but it kind of is. Today I want to talk about CBD oil. And so CBD stands for cannabidiol. It is derived from either marijuana or from hemp. So the difference between the two, marijuana obviously is going to have more of something called THC, which is the active, psychoactive component, the mind-altering component of marijuana, and it has lower levels of CBD in it. As compared to hemp, and especially industrial hemp. The hemp has very high levels of CBD and very, very low levels of THC. And so for our purposes today, we are only going to be talking about hemp, the hemp version of it, because hemp oil is legal and it's not a controlled substance. So in our bodies, we have a system called the endocannabinoid system, and this system functions within our nervous system to help regulate and control some aspects of sleep, of memory, of cognition, mood, and certainly pain and inflammation. And so where CBD oil really comes into play is, you can see on the infographic, there's three kind of, I think, major components. Now there are plenty of others, but the first one would be it's neuroprotective. So a lot of research is showing that it is protective to the nervous system and to the nerves in general. And so there's some really good research for the oils in use with epilepsy and seizures. And there was a really cool research article where they showed that using the CBD cream actually helped remyelinate nerves in the spinal cord. So remyelination is myelin is the covering of the nerves. So around each nerve, you have this pillowy covering around it, and that covering helps to speed the transmission of the electrical impulse or the signal from the brain and the spinal cord to wherever that signal is going. So when we see a degenerative condition such as multiple sclerosis or Parkinson's or seizures, those types of things, where sometimes the myelin, that covering, is dysfunctional or has been eaten away for whatever reason, that nerve transmission, the signal transmission, becomes slower. And sometimes it doesn't go at all. So we can get pain, or we can just get loss of function, or whatever it might be. So what they found was that using this cream with the CBD extract in it actually helped regrow some of that covering of the nerve, which is fantastic. That's phenomenal news. So secondly, and this is the main reason why I use it, you can see on the infographic again. Secondly, it's awesome for pain and muscle aches and pains, inflammation in the joints, things like that. So if you've used BioFreeze before, if you've used Bengay or Icy Hot, I know a lot of my athletes especially love rock sauce. And so if you know what rock sauce is, you know what I'm talking about. It burns, it has that menthol-y smell, and same thing with BioFreeze. It has that kind of tingling, cooling feeling. This stuff works way better than that. I don't use the rock sauce and BioFreeze as much anymore. And then certainly for myself, I prefer to use the CBD cream. So the reason being is that this specific brand that I've found has high levels of menthol and camphor. And so these are two compounds that give the smell of those Bengay and BioFreeze and rock sauce compounds. So they are important because they get deep into the layers of the skin and kind of down into the muscles and the joints, and that's what can help relieve pain. However, what they found is that there's a synergistic relationship with the menthol and camphor and the CBD, meaning they work great independently, but they have even better results together. And so that's why, again, I really like this product. The other thing is that some of the strengths of this particular product are higher than what you'll find in BioFreeze as far as the menthol goes. So the one particular product has, I believe it's 16% menthol in there. And BioFreeze, I think, only gets up to 10. And so that alone is going to provide a lot more protection and alleviation of some of those aches and pains. So I love it for that type of stuff, for headaches, for neck pain. It's phenomenal for that. I've had a lot of really great feedback from some of the patients I've given this to as a sample. I've had a few that have arthritis in the hands or in the knees, and they love it. They said it works amazing for that, better than anything else. And so that helps, the CBD helps to control some of the inflammation and alleviate a lot of that pain. So the last thing on here is anxiety and depression. And so this is typically more with the oil itself. So the CBD oil, they use a strand of it called Charlotte's Web, which is the most famous, most well-researched strand containing CBD. And so this oil is usually taken sublingual or just orally. It's usually carried in some type of oil like coconut oil or olive oil, just to help with the absorption. So they found that this product, this CBD, really helps to reduce the symptoms of anxiety, of depression, of other psychotic episodes or disorders. The benefits of this product, again, are that it's not psychoactive, right? It's not going to show up in a blood test, especially the cream. So, for those athletes that have to worry about that stuff, the cream, there's no THC, so there's no chance of it showing up in a blood test or a urine test. Now, with the oil, again, it's so very, very small, the percentage of any THC in there. It's so small. We can't ever promise anything, but for the most part, that's very, 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 very unlikely. But certainly the cream is absolutely safe to use. So this is a very brief, informative video about that. If you have any questions for me, let me know. Shoot me an email, comment down below. If you want me to do a more in-depth webinar or even a workshop in person, I'd love to do it. I started carrying this stuff in the office now, and so if you're looking to try it, I don't think you'll be disappointed at all. I think it works wonderful, and I'm a huge, huge fan of that, so we're going to start carrying that and suggesting that to patients with aches and pains, with arthritis, with a lot of other things. So check it out. Do your own research if you want, by all means, and otherwise we'll see you guys on the next video. See ya.